Your soulmate saying, I was ready to forget you forever. Then this happened today. My child. Listen closely to me, for I am speaking directly to your weary heart right now. You have been carrying a quiet hope for so long, and I have seen every tear you try to hide. Today, I am pulling back the curtain to show you what I have been doing in secret. Your soulmate reached a breaking point, and they whispered into the dark, I was ready to forget you forever. That very cry rose up to my throne, and it pierced my heart with a fierce, protective love for you both. Because in that exact moment, I stepped in and commanded a divine delay over their decision. The memory of you would not fade from their mind, no matter how hard they tried to push it away. I stirred a sudden, unexplainable warmth in their chest when they least expected it. That warmth was me, breathing fresh life into a connection the world told them was lost. I know you have felt something shift today, even if you cannot name it yet. A thought of them crossed your mind, and it lingered far longer than usual. That was not random chance, my child, that was a signal from my hand to yours. Stay with me, because I am going to reveal the exact sign I am placing in your path tomorrow. But first, you must understand what your soulmate has been walking through in the silence. Their heart has been just as heavy, just as tired, and just as afraid of being forgotten. The Lord says, the enemy tried to convince them that you had moved on without a second thought. They replayed old hurts and convinced themselves that letting go was the only path to peace. But I am the God who resurrects dead hopes and calls forth life from what seems buried. Your soulmate sat in their car yesterday and stared at the rain, feeling utterly alone. They did not know I was sitting right beside them, collecting every one of those tears. I stored each tear as a sacred promise that their waiting would not be wasted. I am telling you this because you need to know their heart never truly let you go. The words, I was ready to forget you forever, came from exhaustion, not from emptiness. Beneath that weariness, a fierce and tender love has been fighting to survive. You have also had nights when you wondered if you were foolish to keep believing. You whispered prayers into your pillow, asking me if your soulmate even remembered your face. Oh, my precious child, I have heard every one of those prayers, and I am answering them now. Jesus says, the sign I placed in your life today was that sudden pull to look at an old photograph. You were not even sure why you opened that drawer or scrolled that far back. That was my gentle nudge, aligning your heart with the very moment I was stirring theirs. Tomorrow morning, you will wake with a deep, inexplicable sense of peace before your feet touch the floor. That peace will be the first seal I am placing on your spirit to confirm this message. Do not dismiss it as just a good mood, it is a deliberate gift from my hand. Your soulmate will also wake tomorrow with a strange courage they have not felt in months. They will feel an urge to reach out, even if they do not know how or when. I am dismantling the walls of fear brick by brick while they sleep tonight. But you must do your part, and it is the most important step of all. You must open your hands fully and let go of every past hurt you have been gripping. Those old wounds are keeping your fingers too clenched to receive the new blessing I am extending. The Lord says, think of the person who hurt you before, the one who makes you doubt love's safety. I am not asking you to pretend that pain never happened or that it was small. I am asking you to hand that ache to me right now so it no longer lives in your embrace. Picture yourself standing with empty, open hands lifted toward my sky. As long as you hold bitterness, your arms are too full to hold your true soulmate. This is the final step of trust, and I will help you take it tonight. Your soulmate had to make this same choice just a few hours ago. They had to forgive a past ghost that whispered they were unworthy of lasting love. When they finally released that burden, the path between you suddenly became clear again. That is what happened today, the very moment you are living inside without knowing. At the exact hour you felt an odd, unexpected lightness in your chest, they surrendered their fear. I synchronized your souls across distance because my timing is always precise and holy. Jesus says, I am revealing this to you so you will not spend one more night believing you are forgotten. Your soulmate's words, I was ready to forget you, were a cry for my intervention, not a goodbye. And I, the God who never sleeps, caught that cry and turned it into a beginning. The sudden memory that made you catch your breath this afternoon was no accident. You recalled their laugh, or the way they said your name, and it stung sweetly. That memory was a rope I tossed from their heart to yours, pulling you closer in the spirit. Do you remember the quiet moment when you felt an unexplained surge of love for them? That love rose up in you like a wave, and you had to stop and steady yourself. That was the exact moment they whispered to themselves, maybe I should not give up yet. Stay with me, because I am about to tell you the final sign I will place before your eyes very soon. This sign will confirm beyond all doubt that your waiting season is coming to a close. You will recognize it the moment it appears, and it will leave a holy stillness in your soul. The Lord says, I have been preparing you for this union since before you drew your first breath. Your soulmate story and your story were written in the same book of my design. The delays were never rejections, they were protections until both hearts were ready. You have grown so much in the silent years, and I am deeply proud of you. When loneliness wrapped around you like a cold blanket, you still chose to trust my love. That trust has become a shining testimony that is now unlocking this blessing. Your soulmate has also been refined in a fire they never asked to walk through. They learned compassion through sorrow and strength through long nights of uncertainty. Now, they are exactly the person you need, and you are exactly what their heart has craved. I want you to understand that this is not a story of missed chances and wasted time. Every tear-soaked prayer and every frustrated question shaped you both for this sacred reunion. Nothing was random, and nothing was without purpose in my careful hands. Jesus says, the sign you will see is this. Within 3 days, a specific song will reach your ears unexpectedly. It will be a song tied to a memory you share with them, though you might not recall it at first. When it plays, a profound warmth will spread through your chest, and you will know I sent it. You might hear it in a store, from a passing car, or on a playlist you did not choose. Pay attention, because that moment will be a kiss from heaven on your waiting spirit. In that instant, whisper a prayer of thanks, and watch how quickly things begin to move. Your soulmate will also encounter a sign of their own, perfectly matched to their heart. I will orchestrate a moment that reminds them of your kindness, a quality they deeply cherish. They will realize that no one else carries the specific love I have placed inside you for them. But remember, you must remain in a posture of open-handed trust until that moment comes. Do not try to force a meeting or send a desperate message out of your own anxiety. Let me do my work, for I am the author of this love story, and I write flawlessly. The Lord says. The enemy wants you to panic and grasp at control, because fear is his loudest weapon. He will whisper that you must act now or lose them forever, but that is a lie. I have already secured what concerns you, and no power can snatch it from my hand. Your soulmate is not slipping away. They are drawing nearer with every obedient step you take. Their declaration of wanting to forget was the final gasp of a dying hopelessness. Now hope is rising, green and new, like a shoot breaking through winter soil. I am asking you to bless them right now, out loud, even if you feel strange doing so. Speak peace over their sleep tonight, and ask me to comfort the hidden wounds they carry. As you bless them, you are watering the very garden where your future together is growing. Stay with me, for the final seal of peace is almost ready to rest upon your heart. This seal will not come with thunder, but with a quiet certainty you cannot explain. It will feel like coming home to a place you have never been, yet always belonged. Jesus says, I have seen your lonely nights, the ones where you stared at the ceiling and begged for a sign. I have collected every tear and numbered every sigh, and not one was ignored in heaven. Your soulmate has done the same, weeping in secret and hoping I would hear them too. Today, I am weaving your two stories together with cords of divine compassion. The moment they said they were ready to forget you, I spoke a new memory into their heart. I reminded them of the time you showed unexpected grace, and their resolve began to soften. That memory grew brighter and louder until it drowned out every fear they were holding. By tonight, they will go to sleep with your name on their lips like a quiet prayer. And I will answer that prayer by pouring fresh courage into their spirit as they rest. Now I want you to do something powerful. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you believe pushed them away. You have replayed your own failures in a courtroom of guilt, condemning yourself without mercy. I am the only righteous judge, and I have already stamped your case with complete forgiveness. The Lord says, let that self-condemnation fall away like old, withered leaves from a healing tree. Your soulmate is not holding a list of your wrongs. They are remembering your genuine goodness. I am restoring the years that shame stole, and I am making all things new. Tomorrow, when you wake, that feeling of peace I promised will settle over you like dawn light. You will not be able to locate its source, but you will know something holy has shifted. That peace is the fragrance of my presence, marking the place where I am working. Your soulmate will also feel a deep calm, as though a storm inside them has finally quieted. They will reach for their phone, pause, and feel my gentle hand staying their impulse. I am teaching them to trust my timing, just as I am teaching you in this very moment. Stay with me, because the final revelation is about to unfold inside your spirit. It is the truth that this connection has never been about two perfect people finding each other. It has always been about two surrendered hearts allowing me to write their story. Jesus says, "My child, your soulmate was ready to forget you, but I was not ready to let that happen. I intervened with a flood of grace that washed away their resolve to walk away. Today, the divine interruption took place, and the trajectory of their heart changed forever. You will look back on this very day as the turning of the great tide. The loneliness that felt permanent will become a distant memory, a shadow overcome by light. I am the God who makes covenants of love that cannot be broken by human frailty. I am preparing a table before you in the presence of every doubt you ever entertained. The very things that mocked your hope will become the backdrop for a testimony of my faithfulness. Your soulmate will sit across from you one day, and together you will trace my hand through every detail. Now receive the final seal of peace I promised you from the beginning of this message. Place your hand over your heart right now and breathe deeply of my presence. This warmth spreading through your chest right now is my personal guarantee of this coming joy. The final sign will not be a song or a chance encounter, but something far more intimate. You will notice a specific, gentle thought about your soulmate that brings only peace, not anxiety. Every thought before this moment carried an edge of worry, but this one will be entirely different. The Lord says, that single thought, wrapped in perfect calm, is the final seal that my work is complete. It will feel like a still, small voice saying, "It is done, rest now and watch." When that thought comes, mark it down, for it is the starting point of your harvest season. Your soulmate will have a parallel moment of quiet surrender, releasing all panic into my care. They will stop trying to figure out how, and they will simply trust who is holding them. That mutual surrender is the signal heaven has been waiting for to move mightily on your behalf. I am so deeply proud of you for holding on through every dark valley you traversed. You thought you were merely surviving, but you were actually becoming a vessel of steadfast love. Now that vessel is ready, and I am pouring into it a relationship marked by my own heart. Jesus says, "Do not be afraid of the suddenness of my move, for I am known for breakthrough that astonishes. When I part the waters, they do not slowly recede, they stand up and make a way immediately." Your soulmate's change of heart today is that kind of miraculous parting. I am blessing them right now, wrapping them in a peace that surpasses their understanding. I am healing the places where they felt invisible and forgotten, just as I am healing yours. Two healed streams are flowing toward one another, and their meeting will be a holy flood. I want you to speak this out loud: I release my pain, and I receive my promised love. Say it with confidence, because my power backs your words with the full authority of heaven. Your declaration seals the shift in the spiritual realm and opens the door I have set before you. The Lord says, "The countdown has begun, and you will see evidence of my hand accelerating events. Phone calls will come at unexpected times, and mutual connections will reappear without your effort. I am clearing debris and straightening the path, so keep your eyes open for my activity. Remember that your soulmate's journey is just as sacred and tender as your own. Extend grace to their process, and do not demand that they arrive by your deadline. I am the perfect orchestrator, and my schedule is always worth the wait. Now I speak directly over your future union, blessing it with my own breath. I decree that your coming together will be a shelter of peace in a chaotic world. I declare that your home will be a place of laughter, healing, and unshakable fidelity. Jesus says, "The day is coming soon when you will look into their eyes and see the reflection of my mercy." In that moment, every question you ever asked about timing will dissolve into grateful silence. You will realize that the waiting was not a punishment but a preparation for a love that lasts. Hold tightly to this message, for it is a lamp for the final steps of this dark corridor. When doubt returns, and it will try, remember the seal of peace I placed on your heart today. That seal is an anchor, and no storm can move what I have firmly secured. Your soulmate is breathing easier right now, and they do not fully know why. They only know that the urge to forget you has been replaced by an unexplainable hope. That hope is my doing, and it will not be denied its full, glorious fruition. I am wrapping this message in a blanket of my love, and I send you forth with courage. Go in peace, my precious child, and watch for the signs I have faithfully described. Your love story is not ending. It is truly just beginning, and I am its author and finisher. The Lord says, "Receive this final blessing, spoken from the depths of my eternal heart for you. May your sleep be deep and undisturbed, filled with dreams of the joy I am creating. May you rise with a song of trust on your lips and a quiet confidence in your step. I bless your soulmate with overwhelming peace and the boldness to act when I prompt. I bless the space between you with the speed of my angels and the clarity of my light. I bless your future children and grandchildren with the legacy of this miracle love. Now rest, for I am not a man that I should lie, nor a human that I should change my mind. What I have spoken over you today is as sure as the dawn and as fixed as the stars. Your soulmate was ready to forget you forever, but I have remembered you both, and I will deliver.